Hi there, in this video I'm going to share with you some tips on vocal rest. Now this was actually a question that came up in the comments of one of my other videos. I'm really sorry, I can't remember who it was, but I am going to link this video underneath your question. Now the question was, do you have any tips on vocal rest? And I think the person had said that they'd been singing in high chest voice without warming up for a really long time. Okay, I was hoping that that was a sarcastic comment and that it was a joke, but there are lots of people who are doing this. I've done it once or twice myself. I definitely don't recommend it. Always warm up when you're going to sing, especially if you're going to be doing some advanced singing, like singing high in chest voice. If you're singing high in chest voice and your voice and your throat gets sore, it means you weren't singing in chest voice. It means you were singing using your throat. Maybe you had some chest resonance, but it means you weren't using the right techniques. Okay, so if this is you and you regularly do this type of thing where you're sore after you're singing, it means that you probably haven't warmed up properly and you're definitely not using the right techniques. Now, if your voice is fatigued after you sing, that's different to having a sore throat. That is different. Maybe your muscles become fatigued. That's different. We just need to rest those muscles. So it's like if you do a long run, you haven't warmed up, your muscles are going to seize up, you're going to get sore, and you might want to rest the next day. Now, actually, the advice is different for muscle pain. You're supposed to move through it, not loads, but you're supposed to move through it, keep your muscles supple. Your vocal cords don't have any nerve endings, so you can't feel pain in your vocal cords. But what you can hear when you have vocal damage is raspiness, croakiness, loss of voice, and any kind of distortion which is there all the time and you can't get rid of it. So it's not an embellishment in your speaking or your singing, it's always there. Those are signs of vocal damage. If you need to be on vocal rest, I'm not sure what you mean by tips, because vocal rest means vocal rest. So if you had broken your leg and you wanted tips on leg rest, what would you think? Would you think, oh, I'll just walk on it a little bit, might do a couple of jumping jacks and just see how it goes? You probably wouldn't. A, because it's going to really hurt. I broke my ankle about a year and a half ago now, and I still have some pain. When I bang it, it still hurts, right? So I definitely didn't want to walk on it, and I certainly, absolutely not, was going to do any jumping jacks on it. The difference with your voice is that because you don't have any nerve endings in your vocal cords, you can't feel how damaged your voice is. So it's not worth risking. Vocal rest means do not use your voice. Do not use your voice. Don't talk, don't speak, definitely don't whisper. Whispering is worse for your voice than shouting, but don't shout either. Vocal rest means vocal rest. When I was younger, before we had mobile phones, if we were on vocal, one of my friends had laryngitis and completely lost her voice, and she was told to write everything down. So she had to write everything down with a pen and paper. Imagine that, pen and paper. Who uses that these days? I've got loads of notebooks here and a jar full of pens. But all jokes aside, if you need to use your phone to type out what you want to say and show people, I'm using my phone to record, so I'll use my case, right? So you type it out, show the people around you. A couple of years ago, I was with a group of my business partners. We were having a planning weekend actually, and we were having a lot of fun. We made it a combination of work and play, so it was really fun. And one of my business partners almost completely lost her voice. There was a little bit there. And I said, look, as your voice coach, I'm going to have to tell you, my love, not to talk. She's as chatty as me, right? She is definitely and she's a speaker, okay? So she was kind of mortified. I said, it's okay. Just spend the next hour not talking. Type everything out. We'll have to be patient. It's fine. And an hour later, her voice was almost back to normal. Not back to normal because there was some damage there, but it was almost back to normal. She was at least able to use her voice. So vocal rest means don't use your voice. Rest your voice. You may have to go on vocal rest for an hour. If it's bad enough that you're even thinking about it, most of us are going to wait until it's already very badly damaged. So you might have to go on vocal rest for a whole day or for a few days. Now, to not talk for a whole day is probably unlikely, all right? It's a bit unrealistic. And to not talk at all for a few days, again, a bit unrealistic. But be sensible. If you love singing, or if singing is your job, or you're a different kind of voice worker, an actor or a voiceover artist or a speaker, a broadcaster, if you know that you're going to have to do some kind of talking, or you're a coach, then don't talk for most of the time. Before you start talking, do some very, very gentle warm-up exercises, SOVT exercises. I'm going to put a link in the description. Try to remember to put a card up, but I probably won't. I'll put it in the description. SOVT exercises are really good for lost voices because they're very, very gentle. It's very difficult to strain your voice. So before you're going to talk, then do some SOVT exercises. If you're able, you can do some gentle humming, only if you're able and if you really, really need to. And then talk for as little as you can until your voice is back to normal, or until your voice is back. When your voice comes back, then again, you just do some very gentle SOVT exercises. Ease it back in. There's another really great video that I'm going to put in the description. That's going to help you to get your voice, ease your voice back in a safe way, because you don't want to give it a shock, okay? When the bone of my ankle was healed, it was a very, very clean cut. I was very lucky, very clean cut, wasn't all the way through. It healed the actual bone healed in about 3 months. And when I had to walk on it again, I was walking on it in my boot for a minute or so at a time, then a few minutes at a time with crutches, then a few minutes at a time, then a couple of hours at a time, still with crutches. I didn't just take the walking boot off and go, yay, it's back to normal, and then, go and walk to work for 45 minutes. That would have been crazy. And anyone would be able to see that would be crazy. So why do it to your voice? Probably because we can't see it and you can't feel it, but you can hear it. You can hear and feel if it feels hoarse, if it feels croaky. You can hear if it's raspy. Please, please, please be respectful to your voice. Listen to it, listen to your body, listen to yourself, and you'll know whether it's right or not to sing. If you've got a big gig booked or an important gig booked and you absolutely cannot cancel, I don't like cancelling gigs. I hate cancelling gigs. I've only ever done it, well, it was when the lead singer of the band that I was in at the time, he had lost his voice. It was gone. He could not perform. And that's the only time we've ever cancelled, that I've ever been in a gig that I've cancelled. Apart from not having a venue, right? So that was another one. But anyway, if you absolutely must sing is the point, then start with SOVT exercises, move on to some gentle humming, sing as light, do what you can, okay? Don't do mad belting, don't do mad projection, don't sing really, really high. If you need to lower the key of the songs that you're singing, do that. Do whatever you can to help your voice to get better. So I trust that this has helped you. If it has, remember to like and subscribe. Share it with someone that you think is going to benefit from the video. I'll see you in the next video. Stay hydrated. Ciao!